Angel here with Lieutenant Teryn Green to tell you a little bit about what they've got going out at the fairgrounds today.
So, I'm the physician assistant for the 83rd CST.
What is it exactly that you guys are going to be doing here the next couple days in Miles City?
So our objective for this training operation is, yesterday our objective was, air operations as well as ground movement to our scenario, to our scene. Today we have our survey section, which consists of our hazmat experts linking up with Miles City Fire Department. Brandon, the chief at Miles City Fire Department, and I have sat down a couple times previously to identify a few hazmat objectives that they would like our expertise and training on, as well as to come up with a flow for if we were called to support a hazmat incident in Custer County, how we would use both agencies to most effectively provide hazmat support should there be an incident in the future.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad you guys, are coming up here and doing that.
Tomorrow we did exercise. We actually took the exercise. The meat and potatoes will be from a hazmat incident that actually happened here in Miles City. We've changed a few of the, our hazardous substance and a few of the small details to add training value. But essentially, we're going to follow up on the training today and put it into motion.
Okay.
That way we get a flow should we be called to support Custer County DES and Miles City Fire for any hazmat incidents in the future.
Okay, and you're inviting people to come on out to the fairgrounds and kind of see what's going on?
Yes, absolutely. So our big objectives as a team from our leadership this year is for district outreach. I am the representative for southeastern Montana. The big thing, Custer County, all the way east, relies on Billings as their regional hazmat support. So we are trying to get our names out there. We like to be called to work. We like to work,
Yeah.
And if these local agencies don't know that we're an asset that's available, then we aren't called upon. And that does a disservice to the citizens of Montana when time is essential in these scenarios. And we have the capabilities to help. We're willing to help. We want to help. And we'd like these communities to know that we're here to assist and ultimately provide life-saving, support should anything happen in the future.
Okay. What would you say to, encourage young people to join the military that, might be considering it?
I'll say from a personal standpoint, it's the best decision I ever made. My family was kind of naive to military. My great-grandfather's being the last served, so it was a big deal when I joined, and there's a lot of hesitancy, and I made the move to join, and it's been the best decision I've ever made. Recently I've decided to go full-time for the National Guard because of the unique training, the relationships you build with your comrades, and I think that our team exemplifies that. We have a nuclear medical science officer on our team. Like I said, I'm a PA for the team. We have a medic. We have our TOMO guys that are IT experts. We're all hazmat technicians. And these are all opportunities that the National Guard has to offer. And a lot of times you don't see that, The big thing is when you say soldier, people think you're going to be infantry. Well, there's a vast array of jobs and job training that directly translate to the civilian side, that the military will pay for this training and pay you to go to this training. Really, in today's age, a great opportunity to advance both personally and professionally.
Do you do a lot of traveling, or?
Yes, and this team is specifically, there's a lot of traveling. The first 3 years consist of our mandatory training that we have to go to. The first one is obviously to go get your hazmat technician. We are all hazmat techs. But, from monthly to quarterly, we do try to travel within the state and link up with different civilian agencies to train, but also some of our training takes us outside of state borders. We had our survey section, went and supported the D.C. mission over inauguration. We were slotted for Super Bowl, Boston Marathon, all these big events. So,
wow, that sounds really interesting.
Yeah. And coming from Montana, there's really not a whole lot of opportunities to go support some of these large-scale events.
Yeah.
If I wasn't on a team like this, I don't know that I would ever have that opportunity.
Yeah, definitely, especially, in the areas that we're at now, the small areas of Montana, there's not a lot of opportunity for people in this area to do a lot of traveling. So, joining the National Guard or any branch of the military really would be very beneficial if they're interested in, traveling, and in general making a difference.
For sure.
Now, is it a requirement now that, does everybody that join the military, are they guaranteed that they are going to get sent overseas?
No, so our team exemplifies that. Our mission is a domestic mission.
Okay.
So we are a state asset. We support our FEMA region and the teams in our FEMA region, and all of our missions stay domestic.
Okay. Yeah, and as you said, you offer so many different types of training that no matter what an individual wants to do for a living, they could still do that and join the National Guard and get the help they need for the education they need to do that. And, the military will help with that.
Absolutely. And you see, other units that are traditional Guard units that drill and do their annual training that is generally 2 weeks in the summer. There are jobs like electricians, plumbers, and some of these jobs are overlooked as infantrymen always get, that's what you think of when you think of Army. But all of these little support jobs that are so important and so vital to the military and our operations and provide that training that directly translates to the civilian side is an exceptional opportunity for young people like myself.
Yeah, definitely. I know, most people, when they think about doing those kind of jobs, I don't think they've considered, can join the military and get the education I need for it, and they'll help with it, and they can also make a difference. So I'm glad you mentioned those, because you're right, I would have never thought of those career paths as something.
For sure, and that's something, I remember when I joined, I had no idea.
So, and you guys are out at the fairgrounds.
Yes, ma'am.
So if anybody's interested in joining the National Guard or just wants to kind of get an idea of what they're doing and what options they have, they can definitely go out to the fairgrounds here in Miles City and see what's going on.
Yes, we would love to show everyone around. Even if they're not interested, we like to show off our trucks and, have people excited about having us here and knowing that we're here to support DES and the local civil agencies. We are the CST, it stands for Civil Support Team.
Okay, and what would be the ideal hours that a person could go out there to see you guys?
So today we'll be out here until 3 p.m.
Okay.
And tomorrow we will kick off at 10 a.m. and run until about 2 o'clock or 3 in the afternoon.
Okay. Well, great. Thank you so much, Teryn. I really appreciate you taking time out from what you guys are doing to visit with me a little bit and let people know what you guys are doing and the benefits of joining the military. I wish you guys the best of luck, and thank you. Thank all of you for coming to a small town like Miles City and doing this kind of training with our local fire department and inviting community to come and see what you're doing. We really appreciate that.
I appreciate you getting, the word out there, because I think a lot of the time, and coming from a small town myself, you see any sort of military assets show up in a small town, and immediately people's ears are perked, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Why are they here? And we want people to know that we are here to help and only to help.
Yeah, there's no...
And that depends on, civilian echelons wanting our help and developing these working relationships with them.
Definitely.
It's so crucial to our mission.
Well, and it's a perfect time, too. I mean, we've got a lot of seniors graduating here in just a few months. So if any of you seniors have thought about joining any branch of the military, really, you should go out there to the fairgrounds and talk to these guys and see what they're all about. It's a good chance to see the kind of things that you guys do.
Absolutely. We have our both Army and Air Force. Our team is 80% Army, 20% Air Force. So it's a good eyes-on for both, how both roles come together and complete missions within the state of Montana.
Well, thank you so much. This was Lieutenant Teryn Green, and we really appreciate you taking your time out. And everybody go out and see them, see what they're doing the next couple of days. I think you'll be very surprised.
Absolutely.
So, thank you, Teryn. I really appreciate this.